Hey there, this is Ron again. Welcome to the lesson of the week. And this week's lesson is about using realtors to help you find properties and making the MLS your best friend. So first, let me start with this. There's only a couple places that I use realtors in my business. And one of the places that I can't use them is if I'm trying to take over debt on pretty houses. If I'm trying to buy property subject to, realtors are not going to want to do that. It scares them. Some of them think that it's illegal and it's just a hurdle too big to overcome. So let's don't even go down that path. However, there is a very good use for realtors, both in the ugly house and the pretty house business, if you get it. First of all, in today's world, if I'm buying bank-owned properties out of the MLS, I can't do it without using realtors because they're all listed. So I've got to go into the MLS, select the prospects that I want to look at, which we put on a recent video. If you don't understand how to do that, go back and look at the video where I teach you how to get the good prospects for the bank-owned properties. And because that's a whole seminar all on its own. So I go out and I get the realtor or realtors to send me prospects, and then I select the ones that I want to go take a look at or send someone out to take a look at. And then the following day, I make an offer to that realtor. Now, to do that, I like to use the listing agent when possible, but I'll tell you, I've bought a lot of houses out of the MLS where I've used an agent who brought me the deal who didn't list it, and I used agents who brought me the deal who had it listed. I will tell you that you're going to have an easier time working with the realtors who have the properties listed because they get the full commission. They only have to split with their broker. And if you take the average bank-owned property right now and put a price on it, and divide that commission by 4 pieces, which is already reduced because it's a bank-owned property, there's not much incentive there for a realtor to go spend much time working with anyone, especially those who they haven't worked with before. So if you're going to make offers out of the MLS, you've got to use realtors. You don't have any choice, and there's only 2 ways to find those: either get them to come to you or you go to them. What I generally do is I find the properties that are listed while out looking around or having someone else out looking around, and then I back into those realtors and call them and ask them to send me that property information sheet, the listing out of the MLS, while simultaneously telling them that I buy 2 or 3 a month. Please send me every other bank-owned property that you got. That starts a relationship. You do that 2 or 3 times and you have 2 or 3 realtors feeding you leads, and you'll have more than you can do just to follow up and make offers on them. Of course, the selection criteria now, that's a whole seminar, so go back and review it or get into my Quick Start Bootcamp at ronsquickstart.com and let me teach it to you personally while we physically do it, because a lot of that camp is making offers on bank-owned properties. We go out on a bus to do it, and we have realtors bring properties to class, and the realtors come with them, and we get to screen them and do the whole thing in front of your face. You're probably never going to be crystal clear until you've done that. But now let's get into the pretty house business. In the pretty house business, the only thing I do use realtors for are to bring me short sale prospects. And my friend, that's a whole business in itself right there. If a realtor brings me prospects, they know that the only way that they're going to get that house sold is if we negotiate a short sale. Then they are very easy to work with, because really a short sale is nothing more than an all-cash purchase anyway. It's just that we're making an offer to the bank that if they will allow the seller to sell me the property at X price, which is an all-cash purchase, then I'll buy the property. So it's really just getting the bank's permission for me to buy the property at a discounted mortgage amount from the seller. Therefore, the realtor knows that they're going to get paid from that cash purchase. They're going to get their full commission for whatever that discounted price is, and they know that that they can't go short sale it until they have a buyer. So here I come. I say, bring me your short sale prospects, and I'll make an offer on all of them. And then I leave it up to them to go do the short sale. I let the realtor who brings me the prospect do the short sale. I let them go do all of that agonizing stuff, and then the ones that hit, it's an all-cash purchase. If they don't hit, then they don't hit. And I'll tell you right now, most of them won't hit. So I love realtors who want to bring me beautiful homes in beautiful neighborhoods that we know we got a short sale and that get it. And then all I got to do is sign a contract that I'll buy it if we get it discounted down to X. And then if the bank accepts X, it's the same deal as if I go to an auction and buy it, or if I buy it out of the MLS and pay cash for it. I'm just buying it prior to the bank foreclosing on it. So that's 2 very good ways to use realtors. Some people think that I don't like realtors. Nothing could be further from the truth. I've used realtors ever since I've been in this business, which is almost 30 years now. I just don't like realtors who, for some reason, have some axe to grind against real estate investors because of their false impression of what we do or don't do, because they don't understand our world. So I like working with realtors who like working with me, and that's the long and the short of it. So I hope that helps. See you on next week's lesson.